happening? Vinnie here. How you doing?
Hey, it's Dan. How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, it's first day of baseball here.
Today's opening day.
Opening day. I've been watching baseball all morning since about 1 o'clock. That's about the last 5 hours. My day started off with watching the Yankees game, and then bam, first home run of the year. Aaron Judge knocks one out of the park. Bam, Yankee Stadium. 1-0. Go ahead, Yankees up. And then Giancarlo Stanton, bam, he hit a homer too. That guy's amazing.
Yeah, well, the Yankees are going to be there at the end this year, in my opinion.
I think another team that might be there is going to be Baltimore. I think that we got some really good stuff in Baltimore happening.
I think Baltimore makes the playoffs too, as a matter of fact.
At least as a wild card, right?
Yeah, I think so. And Baltimore's got a lot of young new players going for it, which kind of is a bridge to what we were going to talk about today, which is these new players in opening day, right?
100% correct. In fact, the Orioles play the Red Sox 10-9 today was the final score, if you can believe that.
So we're going to talk about the road to opening day baseball cards that are available on Topps.com.
Yes. Okay. Not only, so we're definitely going to be talking about the road to opening day sets. But number one, what is a road to opening day team set, right? What do you get with it? And why would you get it? And then, well, let's face it, being that today's opening day, and there's 7 days left to purchase the road to opening day team sets. Well, some of them are already sold out, but we're not going to be talking about the sold out ones right now. We are going to be talking about the ones that are still available, and why or why not. Maybe it might make a good idea to pick it up. Okay, so what do you think about that, Dan? Can we do that today?
Sounds swell. Let's start with the first part of your questions. What is road to opening day Topps Now cards?
Yeah, what is that? What's that all about?
My understanding is it's a set of team cards. In this case, this year, they're all 11 card team sets of each team that announces the new players and serves as a mini subset to the regular Topps Now production of set that they make throughout the year. And what makes these cards special, in my opinion, is that they're limited as to how many Topps produces based on how many parallels they have of a player in the set. So, for example, some teams only have 2 parallels, and therefore they only are going to make 200 sets. Some people have 3 players that are being paralleled, and in that case, they may make 300 sets, but they only make what we order.
That's right. Well, there was one team in particular, it's sold out now, where the subject list was 5 out of the 10 cards available. Half of them, 5, were rookie cards, and there was only one parallel subject, and it was a rookie. That sold out, I think, third or fourth in line after Baltimore, and there was one other team. Oh, yeah. What was it? The Angels? Was it Shohei Ohtani's team? I don't remember.
Well, even though in the introduction we said we're not going to talk about the sold out cards, let's
Part of
name
the
the
story.
sold out teams.
It is part of the
Boston Red
story.
Sox, New
Yes,
York
sir.
Yankees, the Angels, Oakland Athletics, Seattle Mariners, Atlanta Braves, New York Mets, Arizona Diamondbacks, and Baltimore Orioles team sets on Topps.com are currently sold out with 7 days and 6 hours remaining on the clock to buy them.
Yep. So,
Why?
and the reason why those are sold out is because people chase rookie cards and stars. All right, they want the Shohei Ohtani, they want the Baltimore hot rookies. But you know what, folks? I think a really good strategy to purchasing these top now cards, and it works for me. These tops now cards is second year players, these sophomores. Take for example O'Neal Cruz on Pittsburgh Pirates, or even Hunter Green on the Cincinnati Reds. Hunter Green is a second year pitcher. He's throwing upwards of 100, 101, 102, 103 miles per hour. He does throw about 80 pitches up until the fourth inning, which is a lot. So he's got to get that under control. But when he does, I mean, yeah, he threw 80 pitches, but I think he struck out like 5 or 6 or 7 batters in a row. I mean, that is incredible. And he's a second year guy. So hopefully Some big things will happen out of that particular team set. And let's face it, if you do look at the Cincinnati Reds team set, you're looking at the Hunter Green and Joey Votto being the only parallels. And I got to tell you, and Dan, you can explain what the base card parallels are all about and what their the numbers are and if they're what color. But let me tell you, one thing that's really cool about these road to opening day cards is that there's bonus cards. Have you ever won bonus cards with your purchases?
Oh, I have. I think that's part of the magic on this.
Hundred
But
percent.
before we run into the bonus cards, let's also mention that Spencer Steer and Graham Ashcraft are also rookies available in the Cincinnati Reds road to opening day, but they're not parallels. So in that case, they don't limit how many are made the way that Hunter Green and Joey Votto would as parallel subjects.
Yeah,
Correct.
just the base would be available for Spencer Steer and Graham Ashcraft.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So Hunter Green would have, all obviously. So let's talk about those parallel numbers. What are we looking at?
Well, I'm currently looking at the Kansas City Royals, who have a great second-year player like Bobby Witt.
Bobby Witt,
Also,
great player.
MJ Melendez is a second-year player. So, what do the parallels mean? Well, they have a black parallel, which means it's numbered to 100. They have a blue parallel,
Wait.
which is
I
to
thought it was numbered to
49.
99. Wait, I thought it was numbered to 99. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
I
you.
meant that. It is 99. I
Okay,
said 100 because I looked at 99 and it's so close. Yes, sir.
it sure is.
It's
Okay,
numbered to 99.
you changed it.
So they have a black parallel numbered to 99. They have a blue parallel numbered to 49 and a purple parallel to 25. They've got a red parallel to 10, an orange parallel to 5, and a gold parallel for the 1 of 1. The bonus cards, which are separate from the parallels, are given if you order a team set and the team does one of the following 5 things. The pitcher throws a no-hitter, the player hits for a cycle, a pitcher has 15 strikeouts in one game by themselves, the team's pitcher throws a complete game shutout, team player hits 3 home runs in a game. If anything should happen like that for any Reds player and you buy the Reds team set, you get a bonus card. If you buy the team set, there's a chance you get a bonus card. Not a chance. You get a parallel, which will also give you a bonus card in addition to the original 11.
What is that bonus card celebrating? What is that bonus card going to be of if you get the bonus card?
Whichever one of those events that I named. The team pitcher throws for a no-hitter, or the team batter bats for the cycle.
I see.
Those events.
So let's say Hunter Green throws for 15 Ks in a game, which he threw 8, almost I think 7 or 8 today. That's 7 or 8 more, just double what he had today. If he gets his stuff under, maintained. Because like I said, he was throwing 80 pitches by the 4th inning. If we could do 80 pitches by the 6th or 7th inning, or even a complete game shutout, I think Hunter Green might be the one to well, anyway, that's my opinion. I think he could win some bonus cards this year. And if you look at the win bonus cards, it says here team's pitcher throws a no-hitter or a perfect game. Okay, there's 2 things for a pitcher right there. Then team's pitcher throws for 15 Ks in a game. That's 3 things for a pitcher. Then right here, 4th thing for a pitcher. Team's pitcher throws a complete game shutout. Wow. And that is pretty impressive. All right. And then and believe it or not, that one that says team's player hits 3 home runs in a game, it is actually plausible and quite possible that your player will hit 3 home runs in a game. It's incredible, but it will.
It happens every year. Players hit 3 home runs in a game.
Yep,
it happens every year.
Yeah.
So I think it's a smart idea to choose what you like. It's always smart to buy what you like, especially in hobbies. I'm preferable to the Tigers this year. I picked up one of their sets. They've got Riley Green. He's a pretty phenomenal new young hitter. I think he plays center field for the Tigers. The big-time teams have got the big-time players. The Mets are sold out because every player on their team's an all-star. And they have lots of parallels. So people are out there looking for the Mets. I remember in a while back in 2017, the California Angels before Shohei Ohtani only had 85 of these sets. So sometimes there's some real gems because people overlook and don't buy what they don't know.
That's right. And then that's when you have to go back to eBay looking for the one you want to purchase. That's right. That's rough.
Yeah, the Washington Nationals have some new young kids, a couple of second-year players. I'm a big fan of Jeter Downs, who I think they got him from the Red Sox, didn't they? Or the Jeter Downs came from, no, maybe he came from the Dodgers in that trade for Trey Turner. He's one of the parallel rookies for the Nationals. There's some good stuff still left for sale before this window closes in a week.
I think a good rookie card also would be to pick up is the Nolan Gorman rookie card um,
On St.
from
Louis.
St. Louis. Yeah, I think that'd be a good one, and it's parallel subject. And let me ask you a question: what are those parallels costing, depending on what number it is, obviously, but ideally, I mean, people look if it's okay. I've noticed because I've collected these cards for a few years. Like let's say it's the Angels or the Dodgers or some other team. Okay, some people like to let's say you get a red, all right, out of 10 Shohei Otani card. Well, generally that's going to match the uniform, and when you get a matching card to the uniform, it actually commands a little bit more money. It's really interesting. You're making me
I've
thirsty.
heard that before. The same when you get a matching number of the card matching the uniform. People sometimes
Yeah,
covet that.
that's right. I have heard that as well, where they actually have, oh, look what number I got. It's, Hunter Green, number 27, and then I got 27 out of 49 or something of that nature. That's right.
I think these parallels are interesting. They add a little bit extra element to the game of the hobby. And I don't know whether this is even on topic or not, but today on eBay, I sold a parallel of the Czech Republic World Baseball Cup Classic. So there are people out there that are interested in these short printed cards, that's for sure. Speculation runs rampant.
Oh man, Shohei Otani's pitching tonight for the Angels in Oakland. That game's 10:07 Eastern time, so I'll be napping it up by then. Who knows and you know what? I used to be able to wake up and sometimes the Dodgers or the Angels were still playing. But now that the game has been shortened by the pitch clock, I don't know, man. Games are ending in like 2.5 hours now.
I think it's great. I
It's
think
gonna
it's
be
great.
it's gonna be interesting to see what it does for baseball. I like it personally. I have no problem with speeding it up as far as look. I think if you're a savvy pitcher and you have um, the knowledge to use that pitch clock to your advantage, I think like somebody like Max Scherzer or Zach Greinke, they might be able to use that pitch clock to their advantage against the batters because the batters can't get out of the batter's box and walk around and do the Magellan and Christopher Columbus thing and start discovering their space. They can't do that anymore. I think they get maybe one or two timeouts and then they got to stay in that box.
Yes. Yes. It'll be
So it's a whole
interesting
new
to
game.
see.
I think it's a whole new game. So, what would you buy, sir, if you're looking at the road to what's available, what's left for the road to opening day? And listen, this is just part one, folks, that we're talking about right now, because in about 7 days, maybe 8 days, we're going to be talking about what has sold out and what's just left available. So that's going to be show number 2. Is that what we're looking at? Part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2. I'm going to take you to part 2 right then, at that point. So that'd be kind of cool.
Agree.
And at that point, what do we do? We're looking at today. What do you like today? What's left? What's remaining?
Oh,
What would you buy?
my teams for what's remaining, again, I would go with the Detroit Tigers. I would go with the Kansas City Royals. I like the Cincinnati Reds. And I like the San Francisco Giants because of that catcher they have, Joey Bart, replacing that guy.
Yeah, and that's
those are the ones that stick out in my craw.
So you're looking at second year guys.
Well, no, some of them are, Riley Green's a first year, but
Yeah.
I think that's where a lot of this action already happened, and we're already 2/3 of the way through the time clock.
No, wait a minute. What do you mean by action already happened? So you kind of missed the boat on the rookies, is what you're saying,
right? That's what I mean. The action. Some of these guys already. Some of these ships sailed already. The Red Sox, the Yankees, the Orioles. They've sold out already.
The Athletics. Yeah, it's incredible.
It'll be very interesting. It's the nice start to a nice new year.
It really is. So, all right. So now that you've given your picks, I think I already gave mine with St. Louis. I like the Nolan Gorman. I also, for whatever reason, I think the Cincinnati also stands out to me. All right. And then finally, because I'm only going to do three, and I think my third and final one would clearly be the Cleveland Guardians. I I got the Cleveland Guardians team set last year. It was a great little set, but something about it, I don't know. I like Jose Ramirez. I think he's just a slugger. I like Shane Bieber. Tristan McKenzie has moments, and then there's Josh Naylor. But then they also have Stephen Kwan, which is a second year. I think he's really amazing. He had a standout year last year, and then they have Oscar Gonzalez rookie card, and then Bo Naylor rookie card. So
I
I
was going
like
to say that, yeah, they got rookies in there too, brother. They got rookies in there too, and one of these kids just signed $100 million contract. One of their
That's what
rookies,
I'm
I think.
saying. See, I'm telling you, these Guardians, man, and you know what? The Guardians gave a pretty good run last year for the money. They were in it to win it up until the wild card.
Yes.
I'm gonna sneeze, so take over.
Well, I think we've given you guys some insights into what we think. I think the hobby will come to these cards in the end and see what great insights people had about what they bought and what they didn't buy, how they
Yeah.
speculated, and it's a good way to look out for some rookies this year.
Yep. And here we are keeping it real. That's what we do here. And we're just gonna give you our honest opinion about things. And hey, I'll tell you, where else can you get an honest opinion about things, right? We don't hold back here. We are who we are. We wear who we are on our sleeves. I think you already knew that. So, with that said, I want to thank you, Dan. This is Vinny, and this has been Dan and Vinny talk tops, cards, and stuff. I hope you enjoyed your show. This was part one, right? That we're calling it.
Part one. Thank you, Vinny. Thank you for your time. We'll see you soon.
All right, peace, everybody.